Hello and welcome to your in-depth horoscope forecast for week commencing the 1st of June for the Sun or the Ascendant. If you've yet to subscribe to my channel, I'd be honoured if you did so now. Please click or tap on the bell notification symbol. I'd also like to tell you about a new development. Over the last month on YouTube, I've been doing a daily astrology and spirituality show with my wife. This is proving great fun, really popular. You can get your free daily horoscope there every single day, but also I explain a flavour of what the stars hold for that particular day in general, and at least it gives a more spiritual perspective. And it would be great to have you along. So please see the link beneath this video. Now this week is a lot about relationships because the Sun is combining with Venus. Venus continues to rotate backwards, so that's asking us to be a bit more introspective. Now obviously the sign of Gemini that they're both in is a quick moving, fleeting, kind of chatty, flirty connection. And I think we're generally seeing a bit more of an opening up going on from the lockdown, which everyone is feeling quite relieved about. But I think there are some cautionary notes because Mars, the planet of drive, but also of impulse, is hidden away in the 12th zodiac sign of Pisces and is squaring up to both the Sun and Venus for pretty well the whole of this week. So something could get blurted out this week inadvertently. Perhaps a love secret will be revealed. Perhaps a secret admirer will come to the fore. And of course, we also have a lunar eclipse, which emerges on Friday in the sign of Sagittarius. But that's also going to be feeding into the right angle that the Sun and Venus have with Mars. So it's an interesting eclipse, this, and it's going to provide a backdrop of energy for the next 6 months, suggesting that there can be revelations. And these revelations are going to pick up next week, the second week of June, as Neptune merges with Mars, and the potential for some stories to leak out into the open, certainly around public figures, I think is definitely going to be heightened. But this week also sees Mercury in the sign of Cancer. What does that mean? Well, Mercury is about thinking, it's about our memory, it's also about our intellect, it's also about our desire to express ourselves. And in the sign of Cancer, which is cardinal, a leadership sign, it can give us an impulse to think about how we can structure our lives to protect our situation, because Cancer energy is governed by the moon. And it's also linking very positively with Uranus. So if we can be innovative, but particularly around our home spaces, I think that can be helpful. But it also has to be said that Mercury in Cancer is perhaps not its easiest transit because of the emotion of the moon. The logic of Mercury is in some ways weakened. But if you do want to write anything that's sharing your feelings, particularly around a relationship or some poetry, or you're involved in writing some kind of document that is linked to management in some way, particularly management of people, I think you could do so with aplomb. But in general this week, I think we have to be aware that there is the potential for a lot of thinking, a lot of chatting around relationships, but there can be some surprises threaded into this too. Your specific forecast, Aries, suggests that your subconscious is particularly aroused this week, and especially when it comes to relationships. Perhaps you're going to have an innocent conversation with a friend, and just in the process of having this chat, something can come up, a memory, or they can say something, or you can say something, and straight away, bang, you're back in the emotion, perhaps even the raw emotion of this connection with someone from your past. Or is it that you're attracted to someone at the moment, but you can't quite get clarity? Or perhaps it's a clandestine relationship that you're not able to be totally open about. All of this can play into your situation in a very powerful way. So those thoughts or the conversations can be quite intense. And all this feeds into the lunar eclipse, which occurs in your sister fire sign of Sagittarius on Friday. So what you're being asked to consider here is how your everyday thinking impacts on your longer term plans, and also how you just feel about the more spiritual side of life. Is there something that's nibbling away at your sense of serenity, your sense of peacefulness? What I can tell you is that the link between Mercury and Uranus can be especially positive for you. If you're busy in your home, you're trying to make the most of the resources you already have, you can repurpose things in an imaginative way. This could mean that you're painting something, upcycling an object, turning it into something of use to you. Perhaps you're moving your furnishings around to make more space. Perhaps even you're thinking about working from home. All of these things can actually be very positive. But I just feel when it comes to relationships, your subconscious is going to play a big role this week. Thank you so much for having joined me. If you'd like to ascend beyond your zodiac sign and embrace real astrology, please see the link beneath this video for my personal astrology reports, which are very affordable. There is an offer for 30% off, which will give you huge insights into what really makes you tick and also your prospects for the next year. Or you can choose to have a one-to-one with me. And if you want to find out what I'm about, please see the testimonials beneath this video. But for now, do take care, stay safe, and goodbye.